He walks softly, but hearts tremble when his eyes smile. They call him Fazza, a name that means helper of hearts. In the golden city, where dreams breathe, he is the calm wind. Every child knows his kind shadow brings them hope. He rides horses, not for fame, but for peace. The desert listens when he whispers to his camels. The sky opens when his poetry touches the soul. Fazza is not just a prince. He is a feeling. His father taught strength with mercy, power with heart. From His Highness he learned dignity and golden silence. His mother's prayer lives in his steps, soft and pure. His brothers stand beside him proudly, like stars aligned. But Faz's glow comes from inside, a light divine. He speaks gently to the workers as to kings. He greets everyone with open eyes and real warmth. He loves the falcons because they soar free and loyal. He loves horses because they understand silent courage. When children cry, he kneels down and listens first. When elders speak, he bows slightly and respects wisdom. His words heal because they come from clean intention. He writes poetry, not for fame, but for feeling. In every line, he hides truth and emotion. His pen bleeds only sincerity and deep faith. His smile carries stories untold of love and pain. Sometimes his silence speaks louder than royal words. He has everything, yet wants nothing except peace. The palace walls know his footsteps and quiet prayers. Every servant says he treats them as family. Every friend knows his loyalty shines. Even in storms, the people of Dubai call him their son with pure pride. When he walks, the hearts rise like morning birds. He never forgets the humble roots of his great name. He spends nights with his horses. An open sky, he writes verses to the moon about silent love. His eyes hide stories unknown, but beautiful still. They say princes live for power, but not him. He lives simply with grand spirit and a golden heart. He loves his father as a teacher and a hero. He loves his mother as heaven's peace in human form. He loves his country more than crown, more than life. He believes destiny is written softly by God's hand. He stands firm, but bows deeply to his Creator. The mosques know his quiet presence. In dawn prayers, he helps silently, never showing, never boasting. His charity flows like desert rain, hidden but pure. His guards tell how he smiles even when tired. His horses neigh when he approaches like loyal friends. Every photo shows royalty but hides pain, because love left a small scar in his golden chest. Yet he smiles because he knows pain shapes strength. He believes love is not lost, only transformed. In every race, in every poem, he searches peace. He once said softly, "My heart speaks when silence listens." That is Fazza, the poet prince, the gentle soul. When storms come, he stands firm, but prays first. When joy arrives, he shares it with strangers too. He never forgets that power fades, but kindness stays. He sees beauty in every tear, every sunrise. He forgives quickly, because anger burns, but mercy heals. He teaches youth to dream high, walk humble. He teaches love without pride, without fear. He rides alone, sometimes at night, to clear his heart. The desert wind carries his whispers to unseen stars. He says softly, to rule hearts, first love them. That's why the world calls him their Fazza. And that's why every soul feels his warmth. He isn't legend. He is real, living among us. A prince, yes, but also human and deeply kind. Every story told about his love becomes light. Every word written about his heart feels alive. That's Fazza, a name eternal, a heart divine. The morning sun bows before him as he walks calmly. He greets guards with gentle words. Peace be upon you. No arrogance lives. In his royal soul, only kindness blooms. They call him Fazza, but his real name is compassion itself. His smile carries the warmth inherited from his noble father. His father, the ruler, taught him strength, wrapped in mercy. He said once, "My son, remember, power means service." And Fazza remembered every word deeply in his golden heart. When his father speaks, he listens silently. Eyes full of respect, he sees his father as both king and gentle teacher. When he bows to his mother's hand, time itself pauses. Her eyes shine with soft prayers for her beloved son. She raised princes, but hearts too, that love humanity. In her embrace, he found faith. Before the throne, her wisdom whispers, "Be kind, always." He obeys without question. His brothers walk beside him proudly, each one strong. But Fazza shines with silent humility among them all. He never competes. He uplifts others without seeking praise. He says often, "My brother's victory is mine too." That's Fazza's way to love quietly, but deeply. He treats servants like equals, always, never above them. He once said softly, "If my people smile, then I've won." And truly, he has. For hearts follow. Where love leads, he visits workers in heat and sand without cameras. He shakes hands, listens carefully, as if to family. He builds houses for the poor without his name. He funds schools for children's dreams, not headlines. His goodness flows like silent rivers under golden bridges. People say softly, he doesn't just help, he feels our pain, and that's true. He listens more than he speaks. In every gathering, he smiles gently. Before he talks, he lets others speak their hearts first and freely. He believes leadership is not control, but compassion, and every child who meets him once never forgets him. He kneels to them, not above them, but beside. He laughs easily at their small jokes. Like a brother, he writes poetry about innocence and faith restored. His poems flow like whispers of sand through endless love. He writes not to impress, but to express the unseen truth. In one poem, he said quietly, "My crown is love." Those words stayed in millions of hearts, forever shining. Because Fazza's love isn't luxury, it's prayer. He prays softly at dawn light under open sky. He raises hands and says humbly, "Ya Allah, guide me." No guards, no gold, just a man and his creator. His tears fall only in solitude, not for sympathy, because his faith is private flame, not display. That's what makes him different, divine, unforgettable. He is royal, yet real, purely human. His love for animals is not selfish, it's pure. He protects them like children, and his love for us is pure. He is soft, gentle, and shows his softness without words. He feeds birds before he eats. Every morning he strokes horses like dear friends, not possessions. He speaks to them as if they understand, and they do, because love needs no language, only sincerity. He once rescued a baby falcon and kept it safe. When it flew again, he smiled, saying, "Freedom suits you." That's Fazza, loving freedom even for others. He says gently, kindness is power. And he proves it daily. His presence heals. Even silence blooms around his peace. Every worker prays for his long life, not out of duty, but love. Every child dreams to meet him once and feel seen. He inspires youth to live bravely and dream clean. He reminds men that strength shines through humility. He reminds women they deserve honor, not pity. He respects everyone without asking who they are, because his mother taught every soul deserves a kind word. That teaching lives in his every gesture, every smile. When someone cries, he comforts first before questions. When someone fails, he says softly, "Try again." He doesn't rule by fear, but by faith, and that faith has built cities and hearts alike. When you see him, you see hope, not power. When he laughs, it feels like light itself smiles. The desert sun seems gentler when he walks. The horses bow when he mounts, as if in prayer. And birds circle above his head like blessings he never forgets. His people's hearts or their pain, he is crown. He is comfort. He is Fazza. How he stood alone under moonlight skies, whispering soft prayers. Wind carried memories through golden halls of love unspoken. His heart trembled, not with fear, but endless longing. He once saw a soul so gentle, pure as morning dew. She smiled softly, and the world paused in quiet wonder. Her eyes spoke without a word of unseen pain. He wanted nothing but to protect that fragile light. But destiny whispered, "Kings can't choose," and he obeyed. He buried love beneath golden duties, smiling outwardly still. Yet at night he wrote poetry to heal silently. His ink carried 1,000 emotions, never spoken aloud. He wrote lines only moon read, and stars kept. He said once, "To love truly means to lose," and those words cut deep inside like desert wind. His tears fell, not on paper, but in prayer. He said softly, "Ya Allah, guide me. Let me forget." But love stayed in every breath, every poem. Even his horses felt his sadness. In gentle silence, he would ride through empty dunes until dawn rose. No guards followed, no cameras flashed, only his heart. He watched sunrise over calm desert, whispering her name. He said once, "Love isn't possession, it's prayer." And that's how he loved without asking. His poems changed from bright joy to deep ache. He wrote hidden verses about one woman, forever unnamed. People read them and wondered softly, who is she? But only he knew the truth hidden between the lines. Sometimes he smiled when they guessed wrong, because silence was mercy. He loved her soul, not her beauty, not her fame. He saw light that others missed in her tears. She wasn't royal, not a princess, just real. That made her even more priceless in his eyes. But fate cruelly wrote different paths for both hearts. He accepted destiny with quiet strength and deep pain. He didn't fight. He surrendered gracefully to Allah's plan because he believed true love never dies. It transforms. He said once, if she's happy, then I'm free. Those words echoed through his kingdom like soft thunder. He never married out of duty, only devotion. He waited years, not for reunion, but for peace. His silence spoke more than words ever could. At gatherings, he smiled kindly, yet eyes spoke sadness. People saw royalty, but missed the wound inside the crown. He carried pain like perfume, invisible, strong. He wore smiles to hide tears from the world. Even his laughter carried echoes of lost love. Sometimes at night, he stood by sea, listening quietly. The waves whispered her name again and again. He smiled softly, saying, still here, then closed eyes. He dreamed sometimes of another life, without gold, just sand, just her hand and peace. But he awoke to royal duties and silent heartache. He wrote again, not for readers, but his soul. Each poem became a bridge of faith between loss and light. He thanked Allah for every pain that taught patience. He said softly, pain is gift. It purifies hearts. And truly it did, because through pain he found peace. His people wondered why his eyes glowed with calm sorrow. They didn't know that love once lived behind that calm. He forgave destiny, he forgave distance, he forgave himself, and that forgiveness became his power and his poetry. He said once, maybe someday our souls meet again. But he didn't chase, he didn't cling, he trusted time, because love pure never needs to be seen. It lives quietly, in prayers whispered. At dawn, it lives softly, in eyes that still shine. He became stronger because he broke and healed. He became wiser because he waited without bitterness. And people felt that purity within whenever he spoke. His pain turned to purpose divine, guiding hearts. He told youth, love deeply, but keep faith. He told poets, write truthfully, not perfectly. He told himself, be patient always. Allah sees. And that belief became his comfort and his crown. The world saw a prince smiling, but Allah saw a man healing. And maybe that's the truest story of Fazza's heart. Not love lost, but love eternal and surrendered. Because real love doesn't demand, it just prays. He still prays for her peace, not return. He still smiles at moonlight's memory, not pain. He still believes that someday soon all hearts rest. He once ended a poem saying, my silence speaks. And truly it does. In every verse, in every breath. He doesn't need to say names. His eyes tell. He doesn't need to show sorrow. His soul glows. For his love wasn't story. It was faith. He lived royal, but loved humbly till today. That's why people feel connected to his soul, because behind gold lies grief and grace. Behind fame lies faith and forgiveness. Behind Fazza lives Hamdan, a man first, and his love story lives forever in silence Years had passed. Quietly, softly, slowly, the world changed, but he remained. Fazza walked alone, under fading stars. His heart whispered, "Still, I remember." He smiled gently. Pain turned peace. The night wind still carried echoes. Her laughter lingered, like desert rain. He once said, "Time heals gently," and truly time healed, not by forgetting, but by forgiving, by accepting fate. He stood proud, yet humble within. People saw strength, he felt surrender. In his poems, he left clues, clues of faith, of lost tenderness. Each verse glowed with divine patience. He wrote lines dipped in tears. He said softly to love silently. The moon listened, the dunes wept, even silence prayed for his peace. Then one day, life surprised him. He saw again a familiar grace. Not the past, but reflection pure, another soul, kind yet broken. She spoke gently, "Are you Fazza?" He smiled humbly, "I'm just Hamdan." Her eyes softened, her heart stilled. He felt something, not desire, recognition, as if destiny had turned again, not for romance, but redemption divine. They spoke softly, like lost mirrors, no promises made, no vows spoken, only peace shared through quiet smiles. He said softly, "Maybe this time it's not love, it's mercy." She nodded slowly, eyes glistening bright. They walked together, two healed souls. No titles mattered, no crowns needed. Just humanity remained, pure and whole. He told her stories of his silence. She listened deeply, without judgment. He said gently, "I prayed once to forget her, but Allah sent peace." She smiled softly, and peace is love. They both laughed, the tears shining quietly. It wasn't beginning, it wasn't ending, it was continuation of Allah's mercy. He wrote again, after long years, not of pain, but gratitude now. His ink changed from black to gold. He wrote poems about rebirth divine. He said gently, "True love stays, even when gone." People read and wept softly because his words felt like healing. He became symbol of loyal faith. His kingdom flourished. His heart finally rested. No longing remained, only remembrance sweet. He built mosques for lost hearts. He funded poets who wrote truth. He helped children write their dreams. His love evolved from personal pain to public mercy. People said he's changed forever. But truth was, he'd returned home, home to self, a home to Allah. He found beauty in simplicity again. Morning prayers glowed with quiet devotion. He smiled softly at every dawn because love lived in every sunrise. He once said, "When love ends, faith begins." And his life proved those words. He forgave fate. He thanked loss. He embraced everything with royal humility. Even his horses seemed calmer now. He'd ride softly, reciting verses. Children ran, calling Fazza, Fazza. He'd wave smiling, heart full peace. He didn't hide behind wealth anymore. He shared soul through kindness daily. Every gesture spoke of quiet gratitude. He said gently, Allah gave pain to teach compassion, and people saw light in him. The same light he once lost, now returned brighter through patience divine. He wrote his last poem of love. I found her again, in prayers answered, not her face, but her peace That verse spread across the world. Millions read it. Millions healed. Because in Fazza's pain and patience, they saw themselves. He didn't speak of past anymore. He only said, love taught. Faith, when asked once, if you still miss her, he smiled softly, only as lesson, that humility shone brighter than crown. He taught silence through his life. He proved love is surrender. He proved royalty means mercy. And thus Fazza became legend, not of gold, but heart. He ended saying, my story isn't love, it's light reborn. And truly, Johnny, it was